Like a light, no milk, maybe sugar,
Alright, so welcome to Adora's listening session. So, Adora, tell me about this song, please, because the song starts so powerfully, and then it talks about you like your chocolate flag. No milk.
Love my coffee.
Can you tell us what that about?
Okay, so this song was pretty much inspired by
By?
the real life situation. so just like the song says, I love my coffee black with no milk at all. Maybe a tiny little sugar. He should be a little sweet. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically just talking about, you know, the kind of guy I like. You know, I some of the light skin guys were really upset about it.
Yeah, because I was going to ask about I've got a few colored friends that might not be happy. I got a few white friends.
I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I think I'll pass on that one. If they are not dark, they don't qualify. But actually, I just want to go into the music video that we shot.
Yeah.
We shot it in Mauritius.
Yeah, tell us about it.
It was such a great experience. We were in Mauritius for the Kasava Under 17 Youth Championships.
Wow.
And we went over, I tell you, we stayed in a cool hotel.
Wow.
I almost got used to the hotel life, by the way. Being chauffeured around, but anyway, we shot Chocolate in Mauritius, and that is actually the first video or the single from my album that came out not too long ago.
Right.
And the response has been phenomenal. Yeah, so
I mean, what else did you expect though?
I don't even know, bruh. I guess my you know, I've been around for so long, and now that I'm finally working on, or now that I've finally, you know, completed my solo project, I don't even know what to expect. It's almost scary because, you know, everyone knew or kind of called me the feature queen. I was forever on people's songs, but on this album I kind of decided to tone it down like completely.
This is what you call toning it down. Well, I love it anyway. I love your definition of toning it down. Yo, what inspired you to start music and stuff like that?
Okay. I'm basically a girl from a small town with big dreams, you know. Adora is... No.
Which small town is this?
Seida, Bruce. Seida. Ik kom van die warm Seida.
Alright.
Daar waar die zon op die vloer. Kijk, het brandt daar op de grond. Anyway, so Adora is 26 years old. Very enthusiastic, very adventurous. Sometimes too spontaneous.
Okay, yeah, that I know.
What? Man, don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started music basically formally, you know, in church. My father is a pastor, so I was introduced to music at a very young age. I practically grew up doing music because my entire family is musical. So that's where the whole dream started. But eventually, you know, I was discovered by Swart Bastard. We go to the same church.
Oh, really? Ellen Jonathan?
Who would have thought Ellen Jonathan discovered me? And you will not believe, Malcolm. His album at that time, I can't even remember what it's called. Every single song I had to do backing vocals. Every single, from track 1 to track 13.
Oh, really?
And I started to sit there and I'm like, huh? Who does that? Who puts one person backing vocals in every single song? So he basically introduced me to the commercial scene. And I commercially started doing music when I was, 17? I was just fresh out of high school. But oh well, that's about it. I don't even know. Do you want to know anything else?
Yeah, like I remember the first time that I heard you was on a song with Jericho on his. I believe it's one of his. I can't remember the tune right now, but it's a song where you feature with Jericho.
It's called "It's Over."
That's the one.
That's
the one. And that is where I know your name from. Okay, but I just knew the name and the song. I didn't know who the person is.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, I was a very big Jericho groupie, and I wouldn't call myself a groupie, but I was like a mean fan, I tell you. And when I started listening to local music, I started listening to him first, and I was introduced to his music, and I was such a big fan. I really just wanted to do a song with him.
All right.
Guess what?
What happened?
I tell you this, extremes we would go to get someone on a song. I tell you. So since then, I've been following him, and I started going to every single show of his. Malcolm, I made sure I was in the front of that crowd so he could notice me. So he had this thing, right? Every time he performed, he'd ask, request for your favorite song. What do you guys want to hear? I'll be like, Still Love You. And that's the only song I ever requested. And I think finally, there was one last show I went to till he actually did notice me. They had a performance at Dolphin Park. I told mom and dad, listen guys, I gotta go to the coast this holiday. I'm not going to the farm or what? I'm going to the coast. So I got to the show and I was in the front of the crowd again, and then before the song started, he's like, I see you girl. I'm like, yes!
Funny.
I just hit the jackpot. So eventually, one night he calls me. He was in studio working on that album, and he calls and I'm like, hello? He's like, hi Adora, this is Jericho. I'm like, just hold on, Jericho. He just called me, thank you, Jesus. And then we got into the studio, and you'll not believe that song actually just took us, a good 20 minutes or so, and it was done. So,
wow. So that means the talent was just too much in the studio that day.
Yep, we did that song with Arafat, but oh well, we're not here to talk about that.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Yes.
How about that now?
Little girl, don't feel down. I'm here to make you smile. Be myself and I went through.
You gotta take that down.
That's my
Ain't nobody got time for free shows. What do you think of that song, Malcolm?
Oh wow, man, that song, like, in the end, there's a big message in it. Yep. Like, he's talking to the ladies more especially. Tell us about it. Did you go through the experience, or you just singing?
Being a little chubby girl, I always had a self-esteem problem, and growing up in a more white neighborhood, you as a little black girl was really regarded as, a cool kid. So I was bullied about my weight at school. I was always told, like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're not good enough, what. So in this song, I'm practically or basically just inspiring some of the girls who could be going through that. So it's really, though the sounds, the elements in the song is very mature, the message is really straight to the youngsters. Yeah, and I did it with Kalux. I actually want to ask you something. What memories of music do you have back in the day?
The songs that I used to listen to way back in the days are really awesome. I don't think you remember them because you might have not been born at that time. But the song we used to listen to are songs by guys like Soul Brothers and the Brenda Fassie, Lady Smith, Black Mambazo, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think you were born at that time. So those are the songs we were listening to, Cross Fontaine.
Okay.
Yeah, but then after a while, it was like a change. The music started to change from that. It went to Kwaito, and then from there it went to rap music, and now house is mostly taken over basically. So you don't really hear the songs that we used to hear in those days. You understand? So for me, listening to this sound of yours, because it's like I'm being exposed to your music for the first time. Like I said, I only heard you on that one song of Jericho. So this is very, very good for me, good to my ears. It's a different sound that I really like. What do you call your sound, by the way? Do you have a genre for it, or
I don't even know yet.
I
don't even know yet. And see, here's the thing. This is how the song was created. We did the beat in studio with Carlo on the beat, and we recorded it with all the vocals, and it was actually done. And when we started the mastering process, we felt there was not much of a connection between the voice, the instruments, the choice of sound, the flow of everything. And we took a chance to actually totally strip the song down, we took out all the instruments.
Yeah.
We only had the vocals, and we challenged DJ K-Boss, and we told him, this is what we're giving you. You need to create something on top
Really?
of this. And this is how this came up.
And
So
that guy's a genius.
I tell you. So we had Imps in studio, and he laid down those amazing guitars. And now, you know, the beauty of this is how so many of us can actually understand the language of music. You
Yeah.
don't need to be physically there to write the song
Yeah.
to understand the idea of it, you know. You just bring in your little flavor, and we just, you know, make it happen. So that is how the song was totally recreated. And I must say, Carlo on the Beat is such an amazing producer. He did a great job,
I
by
second
the way.
that.
He did so many songs on the album, and I'm so excited to hear the next one.
Alright, let's
Yep.
go into the next song then.
Woo! Yes! Aye! Aye! Aye!
Oh my god. What is that?
That was a little hip hop in there,
That's so
brah.
funny.
Cool.
As you were saying, music is just universal. Honestly, you can come from anywhere, and you love music. So this song is your, what do you call this?
Wow, this is called Nukunis, and this is
Excuse me?
a lang aram. Nukunis.
What does that mean?
Nukunis. Oh, I forgot you didn't speak my language.
I just grew up in Uis, okay, just for a little bit, and then we moved from there to Portugal.
Who would have thought
So-
Malcolm grew up in Uis?
So the only thing I can remember from Kwekwe Kova is the counting and the greetings.
Okay.
What's like, what? Nukunis? Nukunis. I don't know, what does that mean?
Okay, so Nukunis is basically a tray, right? And in the song, I'm pretty much singing about Kailah. It's almost like Chinese, right?
It reminds me of another,
Another joke.
a train, okay?
Yeah, memories in a tray.
No, there's another song I know about a train.
Oh, okay,
It is also
okay.
in one of your languages.
Oh, okay, cool. So the thing is, this song,
Chukuti.
exactly. No, that is exactly. So that we took the concept from that song.
Okay.
So we pretty much
I like
recreated it, and modernized it a little bit. And so I'm from the south, and any say the Leicester owns Lang Aram in Namasa,
Alright.
and this is Lang Aram. I always want to say at its best, but
You can say
I'm
that.
like, I mean,
I'm loving it right now. I don't even listen to Lang Aram, but this is nice.
I mean, you know, I don't know if you guys know much of the music from the south, but it's a very deep-rooted. I almost want to say there's a certain sound the Nama people like in every single Langaram or Namaskap song. And we try to keep it as original as possible. And you know, I sing about, in the song I pretty much say Nukunis Gang Urida with Kwekaru, which means the train is running on the railway. And so in the song I'm just saying I really want to go home. And I must say, when we worked on this project, me and Tulisan had to rush to Chivarango because we felt like there was something missing on the album. And something just told me Langaram. Something just told me. And we challenged Carlo on the beat with this, and he did amazing.
Carlo on the beat,
This guy, we need to get him in here.
Guy, what
I
does
tell you.
what does this guy smoke? Let's listen to this one more time.
Woo! I should teach you Langaram, man. You look like you could only do this kind of stuff.
I still
Oh man.
that is beautiful. I like
What did you listen to when you were a kid? Except for another internet. I'm talking about local music.
Chukutiske.
Okay, never mind. Next. Forget it.
Wait, that's the songs that I remember. Okay, besides those guys.
Did you used to sing in the choir?
No, not really.
Okay. I don't think you should try.
But look, I do sing in a church choir, but that's not like at your level.
We all sing in church choirs though.
But at your level, you sing like so many different voices from what I'm hearing here. My Lord.
Let's hear the next
What do you
one.
people smoke on Mazo?
Oh yeah. Wow.
I was just a young girl with dreams, a dream to inspire.
I think this one you need to really listen to. Take some time.
I remember in high school.